Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to my channel. So it is the new year and I was trying to think of like different videos to do now that Vlogmas is over. I thought that I would put together a few tips and tricks and life hacks that I do to save myself some money. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm not gonna pretend like I am this guru of money with like tons of money in my bank account. I'm not always the best when it comes to saving, but I am pretty good at not spending. Some may call that cheap. I call it smart. And so I just wanted to share with you guys some of my life hacks and some of the things that I do to try to save some money. Also, I just want to give a big thank you to everyone who stuck around with me through Vlogmas. That was super stressful, but I super appreciate you guys sticking around. If you guys joined during Vlogmas, I also want to give a big thank you to you. This is a pretty fun channel and I'm super excited to just see what 2020 has in store. Because I feel like this is going, I kind of had this feeling for a while. I feel like 2019 was like a year of change and like adjustment and all of that stuff. 2020 I feel like is going to be a really good year for me, and then I think 2021 is going to be like the best year. I don't know why I have that feeling. I just have had this feeling for a really long time. I don't know if this is God being like, Courtney, this is how your life's gonna go, or if this is just something that I'm kind of making up. But I do feel like 2020 is about to be a really good year. So if you guys are not already subscribed, I would hope that you would hit the subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, and turn on that post notification bell to be notified every single time I post a new video. I know I'm also gonna get a lot of questions about a channel intro. We're gonna take a little bit of a break from my channel intros, which is like the 15-second music clip in the beginning. It's not as easy to make as you guys might think that it is. It's a lot of pressure, and if you think about it, that's the first 15 seconds that anyone sees of you. It's like you need to make a really good first impression, and I need to detox a little bit from Vlogmas, and I think in February is when we're gonna get the new channel intro, but right now your girl just needs to breathe. So we're just gonna go ahead and hop right into the life hacks. So just keep in mind this year, or I guess 2019, I packed up my entire life and I moved from Pennsylvania to California, and throughout that process it was very expensive. So I did have to learn how to be very frugal with my money and how to just try to save money the best that I possibly could. So the very first thing that I did when I got to California and I realized that there's a lot of places within a reasonable walking or biking distance is I bought a bike. Gas prices here in California are a lot more expensive. Also, like, my insurance is gonna go up, and like so many other things that are involved with my car are going to cost me a lot of money. So I just bought a bike. I do still use my car. You guys have seen in my Starbucks videos and all of that stuff, I still do use my car. But if I need to go to Trader Joe's, I'm just gonna bike there. If I need to go to Starbucks and I'm not filming, I'm just gonna bike there, or I'm just gonna walk there. And honestly, it saves me so much money. And also, like, keep this in mind, if you wreck your car, that's like damages that you need to pay for, and it's also your insurance is gonna go up. So there's just a lot of expenses that come with having a car. Going along with that, I would say do not go, and this is one thing I had to learn real quick, do not go to the closest gas station that you live in. Now, this really wasn't a big thing in Pennsylvania. All of the gas prices were almost all identical, except for maybe like by like 4 cents it was off. Here in California, I actually wrote down the gas prices. If you go to Arco, right now it is $3.69. But if I go to, what is it called, like $7.79? If you go to 76, it is almost $1 more coming in at $4.30. So that is a big difference when you're getting like 10 gallons of gas in your car. Now this one, okay, my next tip is a little controversial. Some of you guys are not going to like this one. I think it's genius. Others think that it is not the best idea. Use this for your own discernment. If you guys want to do this, you can. If you feel that something isn't right with this, don't do it. But if you're only gonna wear clothes one time, like let's say you just need to wear an outfit for one photo, or you just need an outfit for an audition, or you just need an outfit for whatever it may be, keep the tags on it, you know? Some people don't like that idea. I think it's genius. Keep the tags on it, return it later. If you only wore it for like an hour, it's really not that big of a deal. I would just return it. Also, I would definitely recommend, if you're trying to save money, do not go to like a mall. Don't go to Express, don't go to American Eagle, even like Forever, well, Forever 21's pretty cheap. But I would recommend trying to stay away from malls and really try shopping at thrift stores, TJ Maxx, Marshalls. And what I like to do, it's just kind of a thing that I have in my head, I never pay more than $20 for an article of clothing. However, I do know other people who do spend a lot more on clothing, they just have less clothes. I have a lot of clothes and I usually pay very little. Like this shirt right here, this is one of my favorite shirts in the entire world. I love this thing, right? I got it from Loft. I spent $4 on this. It's literally my favorite sweater in the entire world. I got it on the clearance section. It's technically supposed to be loungewear, which definitely makes sense because it's so cozy and so warm, but I can wear it as a sweater. Don't buy things just because they're on sale. I get it, Victoria's Secret has really good deals sometimes, and like Aerie or whatever it is. I don't know, I just don't fall for it. If you weren't planning on going and buying underwear or bras or whatever it is that day and you don't really need it, don't fall into that trap. Look for supermarkets that have the cheapest food. I get it, sometimes it can be convenient to go to like your local like supermarket or whatever it is, but I have a Trader Joe's right down the road from me, but I specifically go to Smart & Final because they are my new obsession. I love them. The stuff is so cheap. They're constantly having sales and deals, and granted it might not be the healthiest food because I eat a lot of like rice or a lot of those like noodle packets, like the $1 noodle packets, or oodles and noodles, canned foods and Progresso and all of that. But Smart & Final is so cheap, and I usually get all of my food for $1, which brings me to my next point. I never, or at least this is what I try to shoot for, is $1 per meal. So for example, I eat these breakfast burritos in the morning and it is $7.99 for 8 burritos. So that is what, like $1 a burrito, and so that makes sense. I also try to like, I'll eat like those rice packets that are $1, or I'll eat like frozen vegetables, usually $1. But usually my rule of thumb is I will never pay more than $2.50 for. There's someone outside of my door. There's someone outside of my door. I think it's just the mail dude. Oh, it was a package. I'll be right back. It was not for me. It makes me really sad. It's like I never ever expect packages, but then whenever like the mail person comes, I'm like, oh, is it for me? It's like I didn't order anything, but like it could be for me. Anyway, getting on to topic, I do try to spend anywhere between $1 to $2.50 per meal. If there's a vegetable pack that I know myself, if I'm gonna eat the entire vegetable pack and it's $4, usually that's how it is at Trader Joe's. Like you can get a frozen vegetable pack, but it's $4. But I know myself. I'm gonna eat that whole thing, and then I just paid $4 for a meal. That just doesn't make sense. And always buy generic. That is also a big thing for me because they do the exact same thing, especially when it comes to medicine and all of that stuff. Your ibuprofen and whatever else you get, like I promise you, it has the same ingredients. Like look at the back, look at the ingredients. If they are identical, get the generic. Cut out necessities. That means your hair, your nails, tanning, whatever it may be. If you, like for me, I don't get my nails done. When I first came out to LA, I grew them out really pretty and I painted them all the time. Then Vlogmas happened and I have anxiety, so I bit off all my nails. But like, I don't go and get my nails done because that's like $30 every 2 weeks. We're gonna do some math for a quick second. You're spending almost $800 on your nails every single year. That's ridiculous to me. Same with my hair. I don't get my hair done as often as I used to get my hair done. I used to get my hair done literally all the time, and I really cut back on that. If you are like me and you love to eat out, I would definitely recommend trying to do a 30 days without eating out challenge. There's so much pressure to like go out socially, and it's kind of like a nice way of like, instead of being like, guys, I just don't have the money to go out with you, you could just kind of be like, oh, I'm doing this cool challenge where I don't eat out for 30 days. And so then your friends will like want to support you, and they'll be like, oh yeah, let's so do it. Because sometimes I feel like if I just tell people like, oh, like I don't really have the money for it, they're like, oh, okay, and they go out without me. But instead, I feel like it's kind of cool because everyone will be like, oh, like let's just order takeout and then you can cook your dinner and then we can all watch a movie together. And it's just, I don't know, it's a little bit less pressure, and it's also a nice way to save money. Leave your card at home. I am so bad with that because if I take my card with me and I get hungry on the way home, sometimes I'll like stop at McDonald's or something, and then that's just more money that I really just didn't need to spend. Another thing that I do is I always use up all of the product that I have, whether it's makeup or whether it's food. If it's in my cupboard, I'm gonna eat it before I go grocery shopping again. That way I'm not like stocking up. I feel like if you don't eat all of the food that you have, you just end up getting all of this food, and you end up spending money that you just didn't even need to spend because you literally had food in your cabinet. And also that goes along with makeup too, because I find that people will buy like different concealers. They'll be like, oh, I didn't really like that concealer, I needed a new concealer. No, if you didn't like that concealer, use it until the product is done and then go buy another one. Ooh, this is such a good tip. Drink water. because I promise you, the sodas that you are buying or the sparkling waters that you are buying, you do not need to buy them. They just like, they keep like, it's all of these little tiny costs that you don't even realize. And if you could just cut out, literally cut out the necessities, like all of those sodas or all of those whatever, or if you buy like specialty coffees or whatever it is, which brings me to my next point. Make your coffee at home and make it with bagged coffees. Okay, sorry, my battery just died, but this is a perfect transition because I got the coffee so I can actually show you. Basically, I was buying K-Cups all the time. It was like, I was buying a new box of K-Cups literally like every week to maybe 2 times a week. It was so horrible just because I drink so much coffee, and I switched over to bagged coffee. So they have this like filter thing where you just put the grinds in, and then you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Anyway, I switched over to using just like regular bagged coffee, and this has lasted me over a month. My grandma actually bought this for me for Christmas last year, and I think it was $3 maybe, like this whole entire bag, and it's lasted me over a month, which is crazy and has saved me so much money. If I was truly being honest with myself, I would say using this bag of coffee instead of the K-Cups that I was buying probably saved me a good like $30 this month. And the last tip that I have for you guys, if you guys don't actually go grocery shopping, this probably isn't going to be very useful for you, but another thing that I do if I'm really trying to budget and make sure that I'm staying on a budget is I try to stay away from getting carts at grocery stores or getting a cart at Target or wherever I'm going. I just don't carry a cart, because then you're more likely to like put stuff in your cart, whereas if you were to get a basket, it's a lot more noticeable once you start putting stuff in the basket, because it just starts getting heavier and heavier and heavier. And I don't know about you guys, but I've definitely had to leave a grocery store before because my arm hurt so bad, and I was like, I want to keep going, but my arm hurts, so then I just end up leaving, which actually saved me money, because if I would have had a cart, I probably would have just kept spending. Okay guys, so that was it for my video. I hope that you enjoyed these like little life hacks, little tips on how I try to save money and try to be as frugal as possible. I'm definitely not perfect at it, but I definitely try the best that I can. But yeah, so that's about it for this video. Do me a big favor. Comment down below letting me know what your New Year's resolution was for 2020. I want to hear about it. You guys also know I try to comment back to every single person, so comment it. Let's get a conversation going. I really didn't have one for myself this year. I think it's just because, to be completely honest with you, I never follow through. Every year I'm like, I'm gonna lose weight, like I'm gonna tone up, and then it never happens because I just hate working out. Yeah, I just didn't I didn't really make one this year, but I want to hear yours, so comment it down below. I love you guys, and I will see you all Thursday. I'm so used to being like, I'll see you tomorrow. No, I'll see you Thursday. Bye guys.